Stop chasing. Yes, you. Stop chasing them bags. Stop chasing them anything that is getting you off track. All right. Welcome to another live profitable setups lock-in session. We getting ready to lock in for a little bit and see what is brewing in the market. Okay. We had a little bit of trickery earlier part of the day, a lot of trickery towards the end of the day, but I'm going to get you guys clear on what's taking place. As you come in, hit me with that doop, doop. That's all I need. Also, let me know where you're from. All right. Say what's up. Say hello if it's your first time. All right. I don't bite, I promise. Y'all get on in here. Listen, I want to also start off with this because I'd be remiss if I don't do this, right? Two bangers yesterday on live. Apple, Iren, right? Iren worked out smoothly, right? People was a little worried at first. Worked out. We took profits. We made it out of there, right? These YouTube lives, I'm telling you, are packed with information that will elevate your trading. If you are not tuning into these, you got to start doing it. Go watch the previous ones, right? Tell a friend about it, right? We are giving you things that you pay other people thousands for right here on live. And I mean, if you made money, just let me know, right? If you've ever made money from a call that I've made right here on live for free, just drop it in the chat for me. Let them know. All right. Let me see who we got in here. Boop. You already know. Zay, what up, man? Adam, what's going on? Miss Virgo, how you feeling? Ash Cash in the building. What up? He said, I miss Apple. Hey, listen, man, we're gonna catch him. It's not the first, it's not gonna be the last. All right, so we're gonna catch him. Jamie, how you feeling? Doop. Nawan, Don G, what up? Doop. Just hit me with one of them doops. And we in there. Chandra, how you feeling? Or Chandra, I'm sorry. Sherry Trades. New member first month. So much to learn on all the videos. Listen, you're in there. I saw you in the group earlier getting paid. So happy to have you as a part of the group. I'm glad that, we popped up in your algorithm somehow. I'm glad that you found us at this time because I'm trying to tell you your life is getting ready to go up. All right, George, what's going on? Denise, how you feeling? Big D. So that's what the D is for. So it's Big Denise. Got it. Okay. I don't know why I thought Denise was a different. Okay, Denise and Big D the same person. You learn something new every day. You said got it. You said got 2 GA. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Of course, Jamie. There we go. Listen, I got a list somewhere around here. Where is that train? Oh, it's in my car. I got a list, and I'm checking. I'm like Santa. You know what I'm saying? I'm checking people off the list. But it ain't about you being like naughty or nice or nothing like that. It's just like we just trying to get everybody a honey bun. Right? When it's all said and done, I want everybody who's tuned into this YouTube, tuned into the Prosperity Collective to be like, yo, he called one. I caught multiple honey buns. All right? I'm trying to get y'all a pack of honey buns. That's what I'm trying to do. All right? QTZ in the building. What up? Lady D, how you feeling? Nawan, you hit Iran? Awesome. Listen, let me just do the rundown, right? Because we got new people in the building that don't understand, y'all. We got new people in the building that don't understand. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a moment to just go through. This is just from that says yesterday. Let me get current to today because we're not even gonna go into the past, right? Y'all want to see what's happening right now, right? So we just gonna go, and this is today, the 18th. Called the Google Play off the break. I want y'all to pay attention to this right here. What that say right there? So y'all mean to listen, I want you to understand something. 4 minutes went by. He had time to Screenshot and post his gains. When was the play called? It wasn't called last night. We called it off the open. When the last time you made 50% in 4 minutes of work? Really 3 minutes because I'm going to give him an extra minute because he had to go post it. So really 6:33 probably when he got up out of there. All right? When the last time you made 50% in 4 minutes? The market opens at 6:30. I'm over here on the West Coast. Somebody talk to me. All right? IWM, what that say right there? What did it say? 6:45. 15 minutes of work. I don't think y'all hear me. Hold on. I don't think y'all understand what's going on. 6:46. 42%. Come on. 6:53, 58. We talking about all of these things are taking place within 30 minutes of market open, y'all. Wake up and get your cake up. That's what we doing. All right. Shout out to all of y'all. Keisha. Who else we got in? King Corey. Who was that before? That was Ant Clay. Kenny. If y'all on here, shout out to y'all catching these plays. 50% on IWM. Toya. Alchemist. 64%. Come on. We do this every day, y'all. Rico. Glow Love. Come on now. Ikechi. Come on. Alchemist with the Iran. 22%. Come on now. Ant Clay back with another honey bun at 706 on IWM. Google, 20%. Glow Love. Eleanor, I see. I ain't gonna scroll past you, Eleanor. 17% on IWM. I'm sorry, no, 52% on IWM, 17% on what was that? GLW. All right. Daily Bread getting to it. We got a lot of new people who's, first time around getting paid on their first day. Natalie, 37, 67, 38. Sound like a lottery ticket. All right? Just getting to it. Come on. Cortez, what's going on, man? I see you. Ronald, look at that. This is just all from today, y'all. 33%. This is all today. We still scrolling. Right? What were you doing this morning? Were you making money? Were you getting closer to your goals this morning? Were you making 126% on trades this morning? Were you doing that? 60%. Mimi, I see you. Come on. Were y'all doing that this morning? If not, 176%. If y'all were not doing that, this is what I recommend. I recommend you lock in. That's why we call it the lock-in session. It's time for you to lock in and stop playing with yourself, right? Join the Prosperity Collective, right? Tune in on YouTube. Let me switch back over to y'all. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. Tune into the YouTube. All right? This is all stuff that is going to drastically change your life, right? If you are ready to join the family, again, the link is in the description of all my videos. Pick one, watch it, and then make the decision. Okay? We also are now recently, just as of today, we're making it even easier for you by offering a yearly option that takes 2 months just completely off the table. So we have our price for the month to month, but if you want to go ahead and lock in a year, like I want to commit to a 12-month process of just becoming better, we went ahead and made that option available. Okay? It's no different. It's just more affordable. That's it. All right? All right, let's get into it. Who we got up in here? Jamal, what's going on, man? Christy. Okay, so look, Christy, a honey bun, it just simply means it's just our little slang terminology. We got a lot of lingo that we use in the group. I don't know if you noticed, me and Zay, and even the members of the TPC be coming up with all types of just terms for things. But a honey bun is simply a 100% plus trade. If you get 200%, it's a double honey bun. If it's 300%, it's a triple honey bun, and so forth. Okay? No, hey, absolutely, Ozone. Shout out to you for taking it. All right? The first J, what's up, man? Who else we got up in here? There we go. See, Chandra, she a new member, said she had a great day. So happy to hear that. All right? He said, you ain't got to take me off the list. Act like... Right. She said, don't take me off the list. Nah, listen, whether you on the list or not, it's going to be plenty of them for y'all to get, man. I just want to make sure that everybody get their first honey bun. You know what I mean? Crack their honey bun cherry. right? It's time. DG, what's going on? You caught 100% on Apple. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, shout out to DG for the honey bun on Apple. It's how we get down. Yeah, very nasty with it, Jamie. Very. All right. Again, if you guys are just joining, welcome. I appreciate you guys taking the time out to to join. We got a couple minutes left in the market, so let me jump into the charts real quick. We're probably not gonna be able to catch a play, but I do want to show y'all some things that are brewing. Again, as you're coming in, go ahead and hit that like button for me. All right. All right. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Apple played after FOMC. I mean, Google played after FOMC, but it's pumping back up. I like this. I think this is enough to be interested in it again tomorrow. We caught this today, right? At the very open, it was opening down here. Coming off the failed 2D, I knew that we were going to pump, at least to retest that. That's exactly what we did. People caught, 50% plus on Google. But there will be another opportunity again to enter Google tomorrow. We just want to see how it opens up. But if it opens up, somewhere in this area, again, we got this full fair value gap to fill. It could possibly gap up tomorrow. Again, we don't want to front run, and there's only a minute left in the market, so I never want to put anybody in a position where they're rushing to get into a trade. You want to make sure that your nervous system is always calm when you are entering these plays. Again, like we were joking about the other day in the group. You got to be twinkle toes when you trade. And that means you got your feet up and you're chilling. If you are too hunched over shoulders and staring at the charts, that means you're not quite sure of yourself. You're not quite sure that you made the right entrance, and what that comes from is not having the proper preparation. So and there's nothing wrong with that, right? We are all at different stages, but what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that when we are at our calmest, we make our best decisions. Why do you think people always say, stay calm? In emergency situations, it could get way worse if you don't stay calm. That's why they say just stay calm. I never heard nobody be like, man, get hype. You know what I'm saying? Get excited, get anxious. I've never heard somebody say, get anxious. So let's not do that to ourselves when we're taking trades. All right. All right, so yeah, I like Google. I like this structure. It's holding this structure right here. As a matter of fact, this is what we'll do. Whenever you get 2 points, right, go ahead and draw your trend line. Go ahead and do it. You can wait for 3, but I like 2. Go ahead and draw your trend line, and it's going to give you an idea where it's going, right? This is what the recovery should look like. If it breaks down out of that, we may be going to the downside. All right, so take these 2 points and connect them on Google. Draw your trend line. And use this as as like a guardrail for the potential, up move or even a breakdown if it gets out of this slope. Okay, just a little old school trick to add to all the other strategies that you're using. All right, let's go back and look at Apple because we wanted to get another entry on Apple. It didn't give it to us, right? I was saying if it pushed and made it to 260, if it closed at 270, 267.50. Then we were going to swing this up here. It didn't do that, so we didn't mess with it. Thank God we didn't do that because look at how far it got pushed down. All right, a no trade celebrated just like you celebrate the honey buns, right? When you decide that something is not fitting your criteria and you are not going to take insurance, right? You clap that up for yourself. Because that means that you made a great decision. Trading is not just about what you do, it's also about what you don't do. Matter of fact, it might be even more about what you don't do. A person can lose money taking trades, right? Just say you only take 1 trade the whole year or no trades. You could open your laptop, look at the charts all year, and somebody else could be trading every single day, and they end the year with a P&L negative 10,000, right? You took 0 to 1 trades, and let's just say that 1 trade, it worked out because that was the one time that it showed you what you wanted to see. And you say you just made $500. Well, you are a positive P&L 500. They're negative 10,000, even though they was like this on the laptop all year long. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't take trades. I'm not saying go a whole year and only take 1 trade. What I'm saying is that what you don't do is very, very important, right? So let's get clear about what we want to see and then execute on that. All right. Let's see. what was something else I wanted to talk to y'all about? Um, let's see. Yes, we got some stuff brewing. Mm. Oh, Oracle. We looked at that earlier. Let's see if how Oracle closed. Mm. Yeah, we could have took this one, y'all. This is gonna be fire tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Um, I would watch this very closely tomorrow morning. All right, keep Oracle on your radar for tomorrow morning. Um, we got an inside candle, which is also a failed 2D, which is also off of a fair value gap and an order block at the same time. It's clean. It's a pretty clean setup. We got this fair value gap that it needs to fill. It looks good to me. I like it. Again, wasn't able to get into it before the market closes, but let's see how it opens. If it opens a little bearish tomorrow, that could just be an opportunity. What we'll be looking for is if it opens a little bit bearish, meaning that it just opens below where it closed here, um, then we will be looking to see if it wants to hold this structure of this two candle right here. Okay, if it does hold this structure and bounces, this could be a really clean entry, especially if it takes out previous day highs. All right, so keep Oracle like in the forefront of your watch list for tomorrow. All right, let's see. There's another one I want to look at, and then again, I'll jump into y'all requests in just a second. But man, look, we are on a roll, y'all. We on a roll. If you're not a part of the group yet, again, I highly recommend that you evaluate things. Right, just take a moment and assess where you are. I'm talking to you because I know you're sitting there at your computer. You've been watching this, and you've been watching this, and you've been watching this, and there may be some things that have not really changed for the better in your trading. And I know when you're new at trading, it's always going to feel like there's something missing. I know that feeling so well, which is why I want to make sure that nobody comes through TPC and feels like they're missing anything. All questions are welcome, right? Everything is welcome. Whatever you think you need to get yourself to the best version, right? We giving y'all everything we got. All right. So if like I said, if it resonates, go ahead and hit that button. We have monthly options and yearly options. All right. Also, man, hit that like button. Like this video up, man. Stop playing with it. All right. Let's see. Hood. What was the other one I was going to do? Meta actually could be pretty serious. Yeah, this man. Damn, I would have took Meta too. Meta, watch out for this. This is a bullish engulfing right here, y'all. At the end of a down move, this gonna go crazy tomorrow. Y'all mark my words. Meta gonna go up tomorrow. Um, keep Meta at the forefront, y'all. We got it at minimum. It'll come up to like 650. At minimum, I see it hitting 650. Minimum, just to come and fill this gap. Bullish engulfing. It tested the downside, failed the downside, came up, recovered, formed a bullish engulfing of already reversal signal. So it's a good confirmation. This should do really well tomorrow. Definitely keep your eyes peeled to Meta. If we can get a good entry on this tomorrow, the target would be around like 650, 655, somewhere in that zone. All right, that's a mean reversion. That's coming right back up here. All right. What else? I had another one I wanted to show. Netflix. What did I tell you about Netflix? All right, Netflix is just about ready. Right, it was a good day today on Netflix. People that day traded it. If you played it according to its price action, you were able to get some decent juice out of it. But I'm telling you, it's getting ready to break out of this falling wedge. Y'all talk about y'all want y'all first honey bun. Forget that. Who want their first 5-figure trade? Let me click over. Who wants their first 5-figure trade? Let me come to y'all real quick. Who wants their first 5-figure trade? Say me in the group. Say me in the chat. If you're ready to get your first 5-figure trade, yeah, no money lost is money won. Facts. Facts. Yep, exactly. Yep, you peeped that with. Yep, Procter and Gamble. I seen you took that QTZ. I think Zay called that joint. Yep. Marcel cracked almost 300 bonds on IWM put. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Webb in the building. Mikey Mike. Y'all feel me? All right, look. All right, CEG. And we just looked at Netflix. So CEG. There we go. B Clark, how you feeling? There we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Chandra said me. Liz said me. Jamie. Yep. Hey, y'all ready? Y'all ready for these 5? All right. So look. So check this out, right? Consistently, y'all have been getting 50 plus on IWM, right? I can't remember the last time I took a profit that was less than like, I don't know, maybe 20%. I can't remember a time where I got out of something less than 20%. There's nothing that's paying you 20% the same day. It don't exist outside the stock market unless you have a product and you hustling to flip that product, right? Because you can mark it up to whatever price you want. But it's not many things that allow you to do this in the comfort of whatever, wherever you are. Like right now, I'm in a hotel. You know what I mean? Or if I wanted to, I could have did it on the move when I was at the dry cleaners earlier. Like it's just like there's nothing else that offers you this, right? But y'all don't. I'm preaching to the choir. Y'all don't need to know that, right? But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that as you start to get that consistency, right, there is a time where you have to start to allow. This is gonna be good, y'all. You have to start training your nervous system. I'll probably do a video about this, but you want to start training your nervous system, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do it. Right? This is extremely important. Matter of fact, let me ask y'all this: how many people are able to kind of like feel in their body when they're around somebody who they can tell was like talking shit about them, or they could just tell that they was judging them, or they could just tell that something about that person was a little off. Like comment in the chat if you've been able to actually feel that in your body. All right, I'm going somewhere with this, so I want y'all to make sure y'all participate. Okay, I'm going somewhere with this. Who's ever experienced that sensation in their body? Almost like maybe you couldn't even relax, or maybe when you became aware of your body, you were feeling a little tense, and then you didn't even realize it. But then if you put days together, you realize, damn, every time I'm near this person or these people, I feel this tenseness, right? Who's ever experienced that? 100%, right? The energy off, right? You can feel that, right? Our bodies are extremely intelligent, right? Our bodies, they know like when something ain't right. So this is something that is important when it comes to up leveling and getting to the next level of your income, the next level of your money, is being able to train your nervous system to get it to a place where it feels calm, right? So when you're around people that you enjoy, and you are around people that that care about you, and maybe even pray for you or wish you well, for some reason your nervous system just tends to relax. Some people just feel like a breath of fresh air. You don't know why. You're just like, man, they just cool. Like they for you. You ain't never thinking about something that might be said behind your back or nothing. You just like know that everything is gonna be good if I'm around this person. What that brings out is your best self. People are more intelligent than they know they are, because sometimes they just be around the wrong people. When you are around people that want the best for you, and you don't have to feel like there's something that they may say that can throw your vibe off or throw your confidence off, you become expansive as I don't know what. Like the mind, when the nervous system relaxes, the mind can go into the deepest parts of anything, and you can find yourself just fully unfolding and expanding, right? All right. With that being said, when it comes to getting to the next level of money, a lot of times your nervous system it's unfamiliar, right? It's almost matching that same feeling of the flight when you're around people that are not right for you. So, if when you're trading, you have the attitude or the feeling that this is not aligned with who you are, you'll find that even if you luck up and get money, it will start to flee. It will find a way to leave. All right? If you make more money than what you are accustomed to making, it will flee. This is why lottery ticket winners lose a lot of money, right? This is why when people hit a lick in the stock market, they give it right back, right? So I want you to understand that there's something that you can do about this. The best result always comes from a calm nervous system. The best decisions that you've ever made in life came when you were calm. It came when you were in the right community, like TPC, right? It came when you were just relaxed and chilling, when you weren't frantic, when you weren't really like thinking about it too much. All right? So the way that you train your nervous system to handle larger sums of money before you start to actually risk it is to you got to go visit that place. You got to go visit that place daily. I like to call it taking vacations to your new self, right? Daydreaming, right? You got to go and spend time with it because the training comes with you spending time there. That's the beautiful part of life. The nervous system doesn't know the difference between the reality and, like the current circumstance and what you're imagining. So if you can go somewhere and visit it long enough, you can start to train yourself in your imagination so that when you actually take the action in real life, it doesn't feel so foreign, right? So take 10, 15 minutes a day and literally, it may sound a little weird at first, but I'm telling you through experience, practice this. 10 to 15 minutes, just imagine yourself trading a larger amount. You can even, if you want to make it even realer, you can go and trade a larger amount, not too outside of what you can bring into your reality currently. But if you're trading, $1,000, go start trading $2,000, $3,000 in a paper account, and go through it the same way that you would go through it with the same mind. Don't take bigger risks because you have this fake money. You still want to approach it the same way. This is going to allow your realities to merge, right? You're going to start being like, hold on, this don't feel so foreign. I don't feel so like uncomfortable around this type of a situation. Matter of fact, this feel like me. I'm a get money type of person. I do this, right? You do that. You go visit that new you every day, 10, 15 minutes. And then, again, anything that you want to expand, give it a little bit more attention. Let that 15 minutes turn to 30 minutes. Even I have days, right? I have days where I'm locked into only myself, only my spirituality, only the things that I'm trying to manifest and bring into my life. And I'm just talking to myself all day long. It's kind of crazy. But I'm just in there talking to myself. I'm going to places that once felt uncomfortable, and I'm spending time there, physically and in my mind, right? And consistently doing this over time, just like anything, it allows you to get comfortable with it. Because here's the thing: even when remember I told you about being around people, and for some reason your nervous system be a little off. Here's how brilliant our bodies are. Like I said, you can train yourself to even relax in those situations. That's how a lot of people get stuck in the wrong situations, because they experience the discomfort and then they keep going in that direction. So we have the magnificent ability to adapt to anything, but a lot of times we just be choosing the wrong thing. The things that you get that initial weird feeling, like, dismiss it. But when it comes to something that's aligned with what you ultimately desire, like, go visit it. Get comfortable around, like freedom. Get comfortable around good energy, right? Don't judge somebody who's nice. Don't judge somebody who is thoughtful, right? Really think about it. Is this making sense to y'all? Is this making sense? Y'all, do y'all feel me? It get way deeper than just pressing buttons on the screen. You know what I mean? It's like this is we talking about transforming your life, right? Being able to literally command whatever you desire and actually feeling like you truly deserve it because you do. You see what I'm saying? It's important stuff, man. You said, okay, let's get back to see what y'all talking about. You said you're extremely empathetic. That's a superpower, D. Clark. Embrace that. You said for sure, and discernment. Yeah, it's a superpower to be empathetic. Exactly, Ash. Yeah, yeah. Being around coworkers, that may be a victim of the system can make you feel like that. Absolutely. And when you're a sensitive person and an empathetic person, um, you do tend to find yourself in a lot of situations that drain your energy, right? You gotta be around love and support. Um, this is why a lot of people that are sensitive and empathetic isolate themselves because and it's not always the intention. This is the thing. It's not always the intention of other people to ruin your day or make you feel terrible. It's just that they just have very little awareness. They lack awareness because they're on some version of autopilot. You know what I mean? So when you gain the awareness, that's when you start to understand like how you impact people. And it doesn't mean that you don't be yourself, but being yourself should be a bright light that impacts people. Yes, there are people that do not understand that will find something to say about anything, but for the most part, if you walk in light and you being yourself, like you are positively impacting people's lives and you don't even know it, right? Just like that's what we are here to do. I was just talking about this on TikTok a little earlier. It's just like, yo, you'd be surprised how many people were uniquely designed to be a specific way, and they still looking outside trying to be something else as if God didn't give them everything they needed. They just haven't spent enough time with themselves, like digging deep and trying to understand that. Like this is so true, major fact. Yeah, the nervous system is the key. I'm learning that as I go. I usually take out my star player once they get high, and then they get mad and keeps going and leaves. Yeah, no, that's smart. That's smart. You 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 gotta have a method to it for sure. But like I said, as you continue to get more calm, the money's not gonna it's not gonna move you as much. It's not gonna be as You're not gonna be so emotionally attached to the money, which is ultimately gonna allow you to make more of it. I realized how much my nervous system was being affected. Yeah, it's crazy. Appreciate it, Ash Cash. Like that's why I pray, stay away from. I'm telling you, Jade. I'm telling you, Liz. Yeah, I've been doing it. I can't believe you're talking about it right now. No, it's hey D Clark. Like I said, I'm more of a. This is how I see it, right? We are beings that just do things, right? I'm not a trader, right? I'm not defined by being a trader. I'm not defined by making watches. I'm not defined by creating music. But these are all mediums that I am able to use to express myself and have success in it. But the most important thing is yourself, your relationship with yourself. You get that down, you can pick up anything, right? You get the relationship with yourself down, you can pick up anything, right? Understand that. Understand what I'm saying. It said we low key need a video. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do one on this, George. I was talking about probably doing one earlier, but most of everything in life is like skill sets are. I'm not gonna say easy, but you can pick up skill sets. There are people that some of the most intelligent people I know. I'm talking about like got the greatest grades in school. Um, are not happy with their life right now. And it's because like we are not like one-dimensional beings. We are like multi-dimensional beings, and we are like pluralists, and there's a lot of depth to us. But it all starts with like our identity and like, our nervous system and how we feel and how we vibrate, right? That's going to set the tone for like the things that you attract. That's going to set the tone for how you experience the same things that the person next to you is experiencing, but for some reason y'all are on different waves. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's everything comes back to you. So if you ever have an emphasis on something that's outside of yourself more so than the emphasis that you have on yourself, suffering will take place. If your emphasis internally is always stronger, that means you're anchored, and there's nothing that can pull you out of this godlike, calm, stoic existence that you have. You see what I'm saying? And then anytime you do decide to go visit something or do something, you're doing it from a place of like appreciation and gratitude and just experiencing life. You know what I mean? And it's not that deep, if it makes sense. All right, who else we got to say? Look at it. You're so right. I traded at least 20 contracts of IWM today for the first time. How did that feel for you, KP? When you put more contracts on today, like how did you feel? Did it were you a little nervous at first? You know what I mean? Has this been something that you've been like kind of like working towards doing and getting better at? It's like there's also the concept of the mind movie, similar to a vision board. But it's a video. I recommend it, creating it on Canva or iMovie. I think Dr. Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural. Okay, I see you, Jay, with the Becoming Supernatural. Yeah, that's one of my favorite books. I've read that several times. It's such a good book. Joe Dispenza. I mean, there's so many people in the field of like just like manifestation, and quantum leaping and all of that stuff. That really have good things to say, but it like again, it all boils down to not like staying on a program, right? Being able to take yourself away from your current circumstance so that you don't become a victim of it, right? So what I think messes most people up is like they'll look at their life, right? They'll look at their life with their eyes, right? We got three. Y'all know we got this one right here, and it's a real one. And we got these that we see the outside world with. We have this one that we see the inside world with, which is all things that are existing, all possibilities, right? And you only got one of them. So it's sacred, right? We got two of these to see the world, but the sacred one is protected, right? And it has the access to all things possible, right? It takes a little bit of training, right? To really, we don't have time on this video to get into it, but read books on just like intuition. And as we get deeper into technology, like make sure you're reading more books on things that make you human and superhuman, right? Don't run after everything that people are spewing online about. Oh, if you miss out, then you're gonna miss the train with AI and like. If you, again, going back to the nervous system, if you ever feel like the people that are trying to get you to do something are trying to rush you, something to think about, right? Anybody that's trying to take you off of your calmness, right? They might not have the best intentions. They might be trying to sell you on something, in a way that's not righteous. You feel what I'm saying? So always pay attention to how you're feeling. I know people be like, get out your feelings and stuff like that. Yeah, there's certain things you gotta like be a little stoic in, but for the most part, your feelings are the most intelligent, just phenomenon in this existence. Your feelings literally hold truths that you're not even aware of yet. You know what I mean? So again, it can get super deep, but we, for the sake of time, it's just honestly, I used to trade one contract before TPC, Ash Cash, Corey, QT, unknowingly help. See, I love to see that, Liz. And thank you for sharing that too. Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. You see that? You see that, Ash? You see that, Corey? QTZ? Right? This is what community is all about. It's like, again, I appreciate y'all like coming in and like talking and leaving chat. Like, you never know what, like what you're saying and how it's going to impact somebody. That's the whole point of community, right? It's not just me or Zay on here talking. It's like, look at what's happening here, right? People being inspired every day. Like you just never know. I love this. I love this so much, man. This is like sometimes I be getting a little emotional. Um, it makes lots of sense. Makes complete sense. There we go. Human being, not exactly, Ash. Trading will show you. It absolutely will. 100%. Sometimes people think I'm crazy. Listen, man. When you're calm, you realize just how insignificant certain things are. You also, when you're calm, you pump the brakes on anything that you don't want to enter your realm, right? When you are anxious and frantic, you accelerate it, right? I was riding in the car with somebody. I'm not even gonna like say who it was, but I was riding in the car with somebody recently, and somebody was like over to the side of the road. They had their hazards on, but they were a little bit in the road, and it caused like a inconvenience. So the person had to like go around, and it was like they just got so upset for like 5 minutes. And normally I would have just been like, whatever, I'll let them have their moment. But I was just like, man, I can't. This is clearly something that they do consistently, and I'm like, I don't like to be the person that like volunteer. Like, I'm talking on a platform right now, but in real life, I'm chilling. I'm not giving people stuff unless they ask for it. I never want to be the person that's just like, hey, do this, like, you know what I mean? So I normally just like let people just do what they do. But in this particular instance, I was just like, I'm like, yo, you just got robbed just back there. They just robbed you because you were good, and then you let what somebody else was doing, which wasn't even that big of a deal, just literally cause you to get excited, which actually I left a part out, almost led you to crashing into another car because you were so, let me get around this car, and mad and cursing this car out, and he's just sitting there minding his business. But meanwhile, you got robbed of your energy because now you in a place that you don't even want to be, and it almost led you to being into another place you don't want to be, which is the ripple effect that comes from being anxious. But when you calm, you get a chance to assess everything and realize that, like, yo, calmness gives you an opportunity to choose. You know what I mean? And whenever you get a chance to choose in life, that's when you're your happiest. Just think about all the issues we have in the world. Everything is people fighting over choice. It's a liberty, right? So it's just like you literally are a slave if you emotionally react to everything. All right. But yeah, I love that, QTZ. He said you did 20 contracts today and you hit 62% in a short period. Hey, we love to see it, Wed. He like the members of the Prosperity Collective are. I'm telling you, Mikey. Community is everything. I'm so glad to hear. They're super right. Yeah. I need this, fam, and not just. Hey. I'm telling you, Best Beezy. Good to see you, man. How's work been, bro? How's the new gig been? One must use discernment to not absorb. I'll get back to the charts in just a second. I'm just going through going through the comments, but we're gonna jump back in the charts in a second. One must use discernment to not absorb the project. Exactly, 100%, Jade. I'm telling you, Jade. Y'all better get to know Jade too. She is a beautiful human being. She really knows her stuff. I says it is usually not that serious. Exactly, QTZ. Exactly. I'm telling you, Web. I'm telling you. All right, let's get back to this work. Y'all know I be going off on rants, man, but it's well intended. It's well intended. If you on the live, man, and you just joining, again, welcome. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not locked in, man. We got a good thing going here, and I would love for you to be a part of it. All right, you were brought here for a reason. All right, let's get back to these charts. Y'all let me know what y'all want to see. All right, let me know what y'all trying to see. Again, we talked about Netflix. If we get the break out of the wedge, we talking about a 5-figure trade here. All right, we close outside of this wedge. We talking about a 5-figure trade here. Somebody talked about Nvidia or Nvidia. Yeah. Oh, Nvidia formed a fail to up in the fair value gap. Hmm. We could see Nvidia come down to like 184. Somebody said in the group earlier that they were in Nvidia swings. Was that Liz? Was that you, Liz? You said you were in Nvidia swings. Oh yeah. y'all keep me focused, man. The disclaimer for sure. We're gonna get back into the charts in just a second. But again, anything that I say in this live, man, I don't really know what I'm talking about. It just so happens that damn near every time I say something, it just works out. But that's luck. You know what I mean? It's luck, right? We don't know. We don't. It's not. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice because how could I be giving you financial advice and I'm not a financial advisor? I wouldn't do that. That's wrong, right? This is for entertainment purposes only. All right. And if you ever decide that you want to enter a play that you heard on this entertaining live, just know that you're doing it with your own mind, right? You are deciding from your research, your discernment, your due diligence that this is a good play, and you're not taking it because I advised you to take it. All right? Appreciate y'all. All right, let's see. You said you and Tesla getting cooked. what you and Tesla? You took profits, good, Liz. Okay, dope. All right, so we'll do CEG and we'll NFA. What's NFA? Hmm. What? What direction are you in Tesla, KP? Yeah, hopefully it turns, KP. We don't like to see our people's getting cooked, but it happens. It happens. Let me go see. Let me see what is Tesla doing. I know somebody mentioned it in the group earlier. Um, um, are you in calls, KP? You still in the video because of earnings, right? There's manifesting preparation, education. We are unlucky. You're unlucky. We are right. There we go. There we go, Mikey. All right, yeah, I'll look at MSTR too. So I got MSTR and CEG. If you're in calls for Tesla, you might be all right. I know it pushed down, like a lot of stuff at the last minute pushed down, or like in the last like 2 hours pushed down because of FOMC. But it may not be real because it's still holding its structure, right? So let me just do this for you, like I always do, right? They got a trend line. Just put a trend line there, um, and just kind of play it off the trend line. Because if it opens up and it's still holding this trend line, even if it doesn't open up, much above, like you're not really in trouble until it breaks down. Once it breaks out of this, then yeah, it might want to come back and retest the bottom of the fair value gap. But yeah, you might be saved. It might pop. Tesla might pop in the morning if you in calls. You got 320 call. Oh, you got it till. You got it till March. You all right? You all right? You should be all right. What? How much are you down right now? You should be good. All right. All right. CEG has a fail to up coming off of this bearish order block. Yeah, this looks like it wants to fall, y'all. Um, it might even open below this fair value gap right here. It might open up somewhere in this space right here tomorrow. Um, let's see. Oh, we got earnings tomorrow. Hmm. I don't know much about this company. Let me see something real quick. They got dividends. Let's look at their financials real quick. Okay. We got consistent revenue growth. What's the gross profit looking like? Okay, solid gross profit last quarter. Okay. Operating income is up. Everything was looking good last quarter. I mean, we'll see how they perform. I don't know much about this company, but um, wow, what happened in 24 quarter 24? Because this was crazy. Look at this. Operating income jumped 723%. Gross profit was up 420. What happened in 2024? See, now I gotta go do some research on this. I'm curious. Year over year growth. Earnings before interest, taxes, and depreciation. EBITDA. If y'all are ever wondering what EBITDA is, that's what it stands for. Earnings before interest, taxes, and depreciation. Um, yeah, I mean the financials don't look too bad. It is, they are kind of like up and down. There's not like a, they don't have a, they don't have that settled consistency of a lot of established companies that I like to see. But again, companies can have bad years. But I need this to be explained. I don't know. I haven't seen numbers like this on a year over year on a company. I don't know like that. That's not normal. Clearly. But again, their most recent quarter, is pretty good, and they've had consistent growth in their revenue for since last the fourth quarter of 2024. So a whole year, they've had consistent growth in their revenue. Right, a little spotty in the profit growth um, in the first couple of quarters of 25, but rebounded last quarter. So we'll see. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to shake out tomorrow, but we will see. Let's see, 14,000. Okay, so the revenue and earnings forecast and estimates. They've been accurate with their predictions. So I wonder what the yeah, we'll see. Yeah, just based on the technicals, um, they look like they can be coming down. Um, Again, their financials are not bad, but I don't know enough about the company to make a prediction. And really, there's no way to even really make a prediction when it comes to earnings anyway. You really just gotta wait and see, honestly, because something can be looking good. Just know that if you're playing earnings, you're always taking a gamble. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. So based on technicals, it looks like it wants to fall. Fell two up off the Bollinger Band, off the bearish order block. We got a few fair value gaps down here that it may want to clean up, right? So we just don't know. We got to wait and see. Um, yeah, so that's CEG. So alternative energy based energy. You down 40%. Okay, yeah. Well, let's hope that in that play that you took that it recovers a little bit tomorrow. I think Tech might get a little bit of a bounce tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. All right. What was the other one I wanted to see? Again, y'all, as y'all are coming in, just doop, hit that button for me. All right, MSTR. Doop. Hit me with a Doop real quick. All right. If this has been valuable, right? If anything that I say on this mic has helped you in any way, man, just go ahead and hit that like button for your boy. All right. So on a daily, we're right in a fair value gap, and we're on a 3 down. Um, so this could want to come and close this fair value gap. We'll have more information tomorrow. Right now, it's just chop right now. There's nothing, there's nothing here in terms of like a guaranteed setup, or a high probability setup. But tomorrow we could get some, some better understanding, just depending on how the price action is in this area right here. So below 120, we'll see how it reacts. Um, but for now, I don't really see anything in MSTR. Let me see if there's anything shaking with Bitcoin. This could tell a different story. Let's see. Again, y'all know, Bitcoin, MSTR is the biggest holder of Bitcoin. So, this is pretty much a lagging indicator when it comes to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to tell you what's happening, and from there you can automatically tell what MSTR is going to do. It never is going to be working against each other. They're always going to be moving in tandem. So, yeah, this is not looking too hot on Bitcoin. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot of people that want to see Bitcoin down in the 50,000s, and it looks very probable. Like, it's forming a downtrend coming out of this order block. So again, I'm gonna go old school and just give it a trend line, and this is gonna help us understand like what's taking place with the price action. But for right now, I wouldn't touch MSTR. And that's just strictly based on technicals. Like, I'm not basing this off of forums or any sort of conversations that are taking place, with anybody like on Reddit or any of these groups. I'm just sheerly based off technicals. There's nothing positive about this right here. So I wouldn't touch MSTR. All right, what else I got for you? So they're gonna break out by so yeah. When Netflix is ready, it's going to be that's going to be our 5-figure trade. All right, so start imagining yourself, like I said earlier, start imagining yourself taking that Netflix trade when it does what it does, because that's going to pay you. You got to be ready for it. All right. What time is it? Damn, it's almost 2 o'clock. God, yo, time been flying, man. Time been flying lately, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Time been flying lately. All right. Yeah, y'all gonna get to it. All right, I'll take 3 more, and then I gotta get up out of here, y'all. So y'all shoot y'all request over, and we'll analyze 3 more, and then I gotta run. You got any more requests? Let's see. Volunteer. Okay. Let me check out Volunteer real quick. Yeah, Palantir has a failed to up, so it's looking like it wants to possibly come down. But this could be a this could be a fake out, y'all. This could be like a fake out setup because it did break out of this downtrend. It does have this fair value gap up here. Unless the market itself is trying to really pull down this week, um, we may get a pop on Palantir. So again, we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait till tomorrow to get a better assessment of what's going on. Um, but it could be coming to retest this downtrend, right? Like so many scenarios that could take place from this fail to up. It could come down, retest this downtrend, right? Then bounce up. Um, it could say forget this failed 2D and go straight into filling this fair value gap. Because again, right, what do we have right here? The double bottom. They do things sometimes to make you forget about the setup, right? So we got three setups in one, or two setups in one, and they're doing a bunch of things within the setups that can lead you to thinking that it might be something else, right? So originally we had this bear flag, all right? It broke out of the bear flag, right? You see this downward movement, and then right here it pulled up 50% of the move, perfect, picture perfect bear flag. Then it broke out and it continued down, and then it formed a double bottom right here, which is this W shape, right? Boom, 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 right? But what was supposed to be a bullish day turned out to be a failed bullish day because of FOMC, right? Which is something that we talked about on the Sunday watch list. However, it has not taken out these lows yet. So even though this was a pullback day instead of a bullish day like we were suspecting, this double bottom could still very well be in play, right? It could still very well be in play and be ready to push into this fair value gap, which is why, like, even if I would have saw this before the market closed, I don't just say, oh, there's a two up, I'm taking it. I don't just say there's a two down and I'm taking it. It has to be a part of something else, right? Because even though this is a failed two up, it's just one candle, right? We are still in a double bottom structure. So even though this pushed down today, tomorrow's candle could go all the way up here. You know what I mean? So I would be watching for opportunities to the upside. Downside is a thing once it breaks below the lows. Simple on Palantir. If we get a break of lows, the downside is in play, but it also may be testing the trend line, right? So we probably want to see it like pretty significantly low, like somewhere around like 120 or something like that. Would really let us know that this is trying to come down into this 108 area. All right, but this double bottom is still in play, even though we got a push down and a fail two up. The upside is still very much in play with Palantir. All right, that's what I'm gonna be watching for. All right, AMD, NUE hood. Yeah, I'm telling you, context is key. Context is key. Again, y'all hit that like button as y'all come in here, right? Let's see. Let's do AMD real quick. AMD was playing today too. AMD, yeah, AMD is still in the same thing. It's this literally AMD is the same exact setup as Palantir. It's a bear flag that formed into a double bottom, which I'm blowing up today. Um, so yeah, it's formed a double bottom off of this fair value gap. So we um we just gotta wait and see. I think the upside is going to be more likely. I think we're going to see the double bottom like work out. But again, we'll see if it breaks below lows. We still got that 190.97 level that I put in the watch list. It breaks below that, then yeah, we'll definitely catch a slam to the gap fill, at least down to 180. All right, so AMD is it's just going to depend on how things shake out tomorrow. All right. Oh, she said skip AMD to do hood. Too late. All right, let's do hood. Yep, hood got the double bottom too, right? Hood got a and it's kind of consolidating right now. Yeah, y'all. So across the market, because we had FOMC minutes that came out, you're seeing a lot of these hammers across the market. It probably caused a lot of people to enter puts. I don't know if that was the greatest idea, but again, just like on you know, the previous two. We have to see how this shakes out tomorrow. I would like to see this um, above 75 before I'm interested in the upside. I want to see it around 75, which is where the gap fill starts. And if it, no, not 75. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. 79. If it can break into the 79, level, then it can start filling the gap. If it responds like adversely, like it starts to like reject off of it, then um, we could be coming down. And then again, of course, if it breaks the lows, then yeah, we can start looking for put opportunities. But there's a lot of fair value gaps to the upside, which tells me that this double bottom is just getting started, right? It's just starting to cook. It's consolidating a little bit. People gotta kind of like shake off that FOMC news. If it was something they didn't like that was in it, they gotta just shake that off real quick. And again, we also are in a short week, and I always tell y'all when we have a 4-day week, it's always a little weirdness in the market. All right, so once we shake that off, we'll have a better idea of where we're going. But again, 79 is a level that you guys should watch for on Hood. Breaks into that, then I'd be interested in calls, and then can come and fill this gap right here, and then possibly fill the full fair value gap. All right, so that's Hood. This is NNE. Carvana had bad earnings too, a big drop. Okay, I'm gonna watch that. Yeah, we talked about Google. Yeah, just check the replay. Yeah, you said Carvana getting taken to the woodshed. That's crazy. Hood bottom of the bar. Yep, exactly. But yeah, we be paying attention. I feel you. How do you know when it's going to fill the fair value gap versus reject? Since it's in red. No. So the color. That's a great question, KP. So the color of the fair value gap is just telling you the direction that the fair value gap was formed in. So if it's a red fair value gap, then that means that it was a series of red candles. You know what a fair value gap is. So it's just saying that it was a series of red candles that caused the fair value gap. If it's a green fair value gap, then that just means it was a series of bullish or green candles that caused the fair value gap, right? So all of these fair value gaps formed when the stock was coming down. You see what I'm saying? And also, don't get these confused with order blocks. You see, these are a little more transparent than these. These are a little more opaque, right? So these you can't really see through. You can see through these. These are fair value gaps. The opaque ones or the darker ones, right, are the order blocks. Not to be confused with one another. All right, they're very different. They do have some. They behave in the same way in the sense of decisions are made at their edges, right? Like sometimes a decision is made at the edge of a fair value gap or the end of a fair value gap. The same way with with the order blocks. So you can kind of treat them the same way. There's always a decision that's being made within them. All right. So that's the difference. Yeah. So we'll look at Carvana real quick. Damn. Sheesh. Yeah. We'll. I can't call nothing right now. We'll just. It dropped down to a level from November. The last time I was at the level it's at right now was November 7th. So November 7th, it made its way back down to that level. So yeah, anytime we see a big gap, y'all know what the deal is. It might be a gap in a continuation, which is fine. It's not going to continue forever. So we get the gap in a continuation, and then we get maybe like a bullish harami or something like that. Then we'll have some sort of opportunity. But anytime there's an unrealistic move that takes place, it will correct itself eventually. Sometimes it's a little bit more extended than other times, just depending on what's going on. But yeah, Carvana could definitely bring us some sort of opportunities um, in the coming weeks. So I definitely will keep my eye on Carvana. All right, that's a cool call. Again, y'all, as y'all are coming in, hit that like button. All right, Doop, one time for me. All right. Also, for those who are watching, you're here for the first time, right? on these lives, we give it to you straight, right? Whatever plays that we are seeing in this time, your requests, what I'm seeing. Sometimes we'll take them right here on live, like we did the other day. We took a Iran, we took an Apple, both worked out in a major way, right? Historically, we've taken so many other plays right here on live. They worked out, or we called the level that you could then, enter on your own. All right, so there's a lot of value in here. You want to make sure that you turn your notifications on, subscribe. Um, just stay in the loop of what we have going on, right? And if you are ready to be a part of a group, right, you're tired of trading on your own, you still just got those questions, you want a confused state, right? Not really 100% sure if you're even doing it right. It's time to get around good people, right? It's time to get around a community that is doing it on the daily basis, right? And it's just about the trading. It's just about growth. It ain't about us, right? You ain't got to worry about that. So if that's something that you've been looking for and you haven't been getting at other places, right, or you've been a little skeptical with some of the other people that are that are offering the same service, right? If it resonates, hit the link in the description, right? Any video I've ever created, the link is in the description. Check it out. Read the testimonials for yourself. There's some fantastic stuff in there. We don't tell people what to say. They just write, what their reality is. All right. All right. So who else did we? Oh, no problem. Okay, you got Lux Algo. Okay, perfect. Okay, awesome, awesome. She said fat finger down. There we go. You got it though, Christy. Appreciate the light. What she said. Oh, the spelling. Okay. Um, Kana, how you doing? Oh, listen, no, there's never an issue jumping on late. You could always catch a replay. We just went over a few levels. Went over Palantir, Netflix, Google, CGE, and a couple of other ones. So I'm usually here 11:30. I got on a little late today. I got on about what was it, like 12:45 today, because I'm just doing a lot of running around. So for this next week or two, there will be funky times that I'm hopping on live, but I'm gonna still make sure I show up and give y'all stuff that's valuable. But again, if y'all just joining, again, hit the like button and go back and watch the live, man. Go back and watch the live. There's so much just wisdom inside of all of these lives that I really think is going to change your life. All right. But I'm getting ready to get out of here, man. It's always love and respect. I appreciate y'all, giving me y'all time, y'all energy. It's a beautiful thing we got going on, here on YouTube and also over in the Prosperity Collective. All right, we like one big family, just moving, in synchronicity, right? Just getting to it every single day, and I'm telling you, man, I'm shocked just by like the results that I'm seeing in people's lives. You know what I mean? Like we got some people like my man Mikey that been here since the beginning, and I'm seeing a major transformation in how he's showing up and the things that's happening in his life, right? People that have been here for a shorter time, I'm seeing y'all, make your first large piece of cash, and this is very rewarding. All right, this is what we do this for, and every day y'all are proving that me and Isaiah are not just here for no reason. You know what I mean? We ain't just yapping for no reason. Like we really out here like doing something that's shaping up to be something very special. So appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. Y'all go enjoy the rest of y'all day. I will see y'all tomorrow. Remember, invest smart, live free, and I'll see y'all the next one. All right, peace. Appreciate you, Liz.